buy it off of some band that's hit hard times. That's how you earn it.
All right. Hey, it looks like we're recording. Cool. All right. So this is Sully from antisocialnews.com, and this is Tech Sully from ThePodcaste.com.
Yes, I am not antisocial.
No, he's not. He's not. He doesn't approve of anything that I do, but I'm still going to force him to do stuff. Trigger warning.
I do not endorse anything that's about to happen.
All right. So here we are. We are going to react to Pol at the moment.
Okay.
This is just so you know, Tech. He's from Reddit, so I have to explain this to him. He doesn't know any of what's going to happen here.
I barely even that. I'm on Instagram where it's nothing but pictures of hammers and wood being lovingly waxed and with mineral oil.
Sounds like porn.
Yeah.
Sounds like
It
porn.
honestly kind of is. I mean, there's lots of curves. People going, look at that.
Okay, what is this?
And the
Conkin Tiped 7/8.
what country posted that?
It's got a, it says Russian agent serving in USA police force. This looks like absolute gibberish. All right, well, we'll try to
There you go.
parse it up here. Greetings, Anons. That means anonymous for you normies. I would like to bring your attention to a possible threat to the U.S. national security. There is a police officer who immigrated to the U.S. from Russia when he was a kid. His parents were diplomats for quite some time.
So did Regina Spektor. Maybe she... Spector's even in her name.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah. She's a spook. I spooked her.
Spector. Quit shaking your leg. You're shaking
Sorry. Where's my fidget spinner? Okay. There is police officer. I love that. There is police officer who immigrated to U.S. from Russia when he was a kid. His parents were diplomats for quite some time. He has been posting and discussing confidential information and photos to a Russian image board in regards to the internal workings of U.S. security agencies. Now, how is a police officer getting internal workings of U.S. security agencies, unless he's actually talking about security companies?
Yeah.
And then the next secret is they have this thing called the taser. Yeah, sorry. That's not top secret stuff, just so you know. Okay. That board is closely monitored by Russian intelligence services, FSB.
Actually, everything is closely monitored by the
Russian intelligence service. I think we all learned that recently.
Name 3 things that aren't.
These nuts.
You got 3 of them? Hold on.
And this balls. I mean penis. I forget which is how to say in American.
Yeah, they probably even monitored Club Penguin.
It's Club. Hey, too soon. Too soon. Club Penguin is gone.
Is Habba Hotel still around?
Moment of silence for Club Peng. Club 115. All right. Let's see here. Along with information leaks, there is a risk of being recruited as an agent by the Russians, if not already. Here is the information. That international Anons who sympathize with U.S. have been able to gather. He is a white male, 38 to 39 years old.
So, wait, when he was born, it wouldn't have been from Russia. He would have been from the Soviet Union.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Well, wait. He immigrated to U.S. from Russia with his family when he was 17. So that would have been... Do a quick math on that. Was that after 91? Or 89?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he came from Russia. His parents were diplomats or diplomacy-related work. He is married and is currently serving as a SWAT sniper somewhere in Fairfax County, Virginia. Oh, that's real close. It's real close to DC. Sorry. We're excited. I don't normally have a guest. Previously, he used to be a patrol officer. He also used to work for Andrews International before it became Vance. Okay, so he is talking about security contractors. This is it's this. This goes on. He regularly takes place in shooting competitions, and in 2015, he supposedly took 7th place in some local international shooting competition in categories Glock 17, 16, 16 inch. What's a 16 inch? It's 16 with quotation mark. I don't know what kind of gun that is. A 16.
16 millimeter?
I guess so. I didn't know how to write that though. Yeah, definitely. AP-15. I think he means AR-15.
Yeah.
This is very bizarrely written for somebody who's supposed to be in the know.
The P and the R key are so close together on the keyboard. The Russian keyboard.
I was about to say, maybe if you're talking of RAW, then yes, it look very similar. This info has already been submitted to the FBI/CIA/NSA through web forms.
Okay. The level of detail is either this is this guy trying to brag, or this is, he's just trying to brag. Hey, I did good on the AR-15 shooting and all that. Or this is the guy who's stalking this guy. Because,
I don't know why he wouldn't give his name if he's trying to dox the guy.
There's a lot of good shooters out there, and honestly, I know a Romanian guy who's insane and shoots guns all the time. Matter of fact, I know several. No wonder I'm on all the lists.
So, maybe I should. So I'm going to read this his Russian name then.
Yeah.
He is good with AR-15 with Wilson Combat and Moshberg 930.
Is he telling the FBI and CIA, hey, you got to recruit this guy? He's pretty decent.
It must be. But this method could be unreliable. So you are encouraged to contact local officials or newspapers and conduct your own investigation further.
Okay.
These... with the
again,
information you've been given.
Hi, there's a guy who's roughly yay tall. He's good with guns. Came here at 21 years ago.
I love too that he knew the exact age that he was when he came over. Does not know his exact age now. He's either 38 or 39 now, but he knows he was 17 when he came here. Why? Okay, if you're trying to dox this guy, which is illegal, why don't you give his information? I don't know.
Well,
maybe he's just trying not to get banned. He's trying to dox the guy, but he's also trying not to get banned from Pol.
Here's the interesting thing: doxing is not technically illegal.
Oh, really?
But here's it's a dick move. I'll give you that. But it depends on where you are, and it could be a civil thing. There's podcast. What's it called? Opening Arguments just had a thing where they talked about the law of doxing. So revealing somebody's name and is not necessarily doxing. Revealing somebody's name, where they live, and
what their dog eats.
Yeah, a call to action against that person counts as doxing. But then it could be a civil thing.
Why are you so buried?
Not a criminal thing. So yeah.
Okay.
It's doxing. Yeah, don't dox people, because hey, the whole reason we have the internet is it's a free and open exchange of information, even if you are a squeeb. Yeah, teddy bear. I have a teddy bear behind me.
Yes. What? Don't move.
Don't
it is.
Move. It's vision is phased on motion.
Everyone knows that. Okay. Okay. So do your own investigation.
Why?
These are because Russians are scary. I think that's one of the biggest things here too. Is this guy is probably just a little special,
or he's harassing some.
That's
poor guy.
But
who
the reason why he's harassing him is because he's a little special. I think we need to move you, because you have to look over to me.
Yeah.
And it just looks weird. You're on the wrong side, so we're looking in the wrong direction.
I'm looking
All right.
So flip this.
Here, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Do it.
Wow.
Do it.
Shut. I'm doing it.
Do it.
Shut up. Stupid.
Do it, Pansy.
I'll show you. I'll show all of you.
Wait, is that an inappropriate thing?
Pansy?
Do it, Daisy. Do it like dollop of Daisy.
All right. There we go. We look very similar.
I think that's the.
Give me glasses.
Amazing. We're not even related.
I know. No. You don't have the cos bands. That's how people can tell us apart. I have my Autism Speaks cos bands. All right.
You don't even have an autistic kid.
You don't have to have an autistic kid to.
That's our worry.
What's that called? Spectrum adjacent, or no one's like pointed it out yet.
That's where I've taken the autism thing, and my score is high, not borderline, which is like, yeah, that explains a lot about it. The cool thing is though, is by teaching my child social interaction skills, I've actually gone from being an introvert to being an extrovert.
So we're looking at this post in full now.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at some of the comments, and then we want to talk about some news issues real quick.
The first comment has to be, "What is your point?"
So here's.
Now, whatever you're doing with these, you're not supposed to look directly in the camera. People find that creepy.
So here's.
Whatever you do not look directly.
Stubbins. Stop looking people out.
Eyes burying their way
Okay.
into your soul is just.
So this guy has gone through and he's posting all these pictures that this guy posts in these forums. So here's these Russian forums.
Is there anything?
There's a teddy bear. Oh no!
That picture of a uniform.
Clearly, the teddy bear that's behind you
Yeah.
is a sign that we are Russian spies. What is this?
Macedonia.
It's a teddy bear in a helmet.
A teddy bear in a helmet.
That's
Okay.
oh, clearly this man.
It's a helmet.
Clearly, this man from Russia is the devil. I want to point this out too. Okay, crazy people respond. Crazy people respond to the zeitgeist. You know what people are all freaked out about. So
I had zeitgeist for a while, but I just take these pills twice a day, lots of water.
well,
Gives you
okay.
a dry mouth, but zeitgeist goes away after a while.
One of the things that happened here inside the Beltway is there was a guy whose car was broken down outside of a Mason lodge, and he's waiting for the tow truck to come there, and a crazy homeless guy comes up and goes, Are you a Mason? He's like, no, my car's broken down. And then the crazy homeless guy attacks him physically because in his head he's seen a whole bunch of videos on YouTube about how the Masons are scary and stuff like that. So he thought it made sense to literally physically assault some random dude who had nothing to do with Freemasonry and just had a broken down car.
Even if the guy did have anything to do with Masonry, don't attack people.
But that's the thing, though. Crazy people run off of just what's the pop culture at the moment. And what is the pop culture at the moment when it comes to being afraid of foreign people?
No, we're
Russians.
being xenophobic.
Russians are they're the they broke our election. They did Hillary. Hillary shouldn't be president right now, but Russia though. So yeah, he's responding to that. He knows a Russian guy who's posting pictures of teddy bears, and he's going, the guy's from Russia. He's from Russia. He's from Russia. Yeah, my fish spinner.
I mean, we're looking at either a guy who's bragging, just trying to make a story happen. But I mean,
he's doxing himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason he's not mentioned, because clearly, he knows a name.
Yeah. Well, I think what this guy might be trying to say is that he is Russian and he's posting this guy's stuff that he's posting in the forums. Because he's on the same Russian forums. So he's not claiming to be an American. He is using the Confederate flag there, which he's associating with America. You can now use whatever flag you want on the 4chan, which is fun.
Makes it more meaningless.
Well, no, not whatever flag. If you want to represent a movement, you can use that flag, or your geographic location. But I cannot use the big flag behind me. I can't use the Israel flag on my thing. If I want to use, because that's an actual country, so I can't use that. I have to use my geographic location, or I could be
Have you heard
fascist,
Finland
an
doesn't
anarcho-fascist.
Conspiracy theory?
What?
While we're talking about countries.
Yes,
that
please,
exist.
please.
Yeah, that literally, I ran into somebody who said Finland doesn't exist, and I'm like, okay, clearly you're like, just talking to toasters, kind of crazy. Then I looked it up online. There are more than one person with this thought.
I really want to talk to Pol about this.
Yes.
I want to post on there. Does Finland exist? I would like to say that I never post on Pol. That's all. Occasionally I will ask a question. And I asked about the flat Earth situation yesterday. Here is my question, which was, if North Korea. I know.
So is it about playing basketball that makes you think that
Globe Ball Earth? The Globetrotters.
musicians?
How do we go that in one generation? We have the Globetrotters to is it Larry Bird? Is it Larry Bird that came out and said he
No. Oh crap! I mean, Shaq's the most famous one. It was like whatever, And
Shaq's like, I don't know if the Earth is round or
This is a
flat.
man who's been
There's
to
some good
China.
things. Also, you should try the General Conference.
Icy hot.
Icy hot. I put icy hot on. Oh my.
Dude's got more energy.
I think that's a pretty good Shaq impersonation. You got my eyes sort of half open. Yeah, that's good.
I still think they need to remake Space Jam with LeBron James.
These are important discussions. So what we've covered so far is Russia is scary.
Take pills for your zeitgeist.
Take pills for your zeitgeist.
See a doctor.
There is no Finland. Finland doesn't exist.
If your zeitgeist lasts for more than 4 hours, see a doctor.
Okay, let's jump back over here and see. So people are responding because this guy has spammed his own thread with these pictures.
Yeah.
He owns mainly personal firearms, handguns, rifles, shotguns. I'm pretty sure they already know. This is somebody from America. These types of people are usually promoted to SWAT sniper right before hammer drops on.
Shaking the tail.
I'm sorry. OP, I think I might know who this is actually. They work for APD. That's
Wait, okay, clearly he knows who this guy is because he knows how old he was when he came to the.
I would like to see too if APD, Arlington Police Department. It's ACPD, Arlington County Police Department. So I don't know what APD is. Oh, Alexandria Police Department. Sorry. Part of Alexandria is in Fairfax County.
Or they're inside the loop at one Infinity Lane. It's Apple's police department. Much more useful for Russia.
So we have, it's a police officer LARPing that he knows any real national security secrets. And it's what I said right off the bat. While he's sitting in his car for Lashandra to call in another domestic disturbance. Wow!
Yeah.
Full circle there, Pol. You said something smart and racist in the same post. I'm really impressed.
Besides, it's his sister Letitia that's been having problems. He says, I'm not down with this. This is Pol. And then he just jumps right into it. Just 0 to 500. Okay. Yeah, so I don't condone this stuff, but I would like to point out too, these aren't national security secrets. A teddy bear in a helmet is not a national security secret. Teddy bear in a uniform, not national security. Yes, uniforms by their very nature are designed to be seen.
Public thing.
Public knows that.
I do know someone who worked in a para law enforcement setting and had a uniform with his name on it. And while dealing with a belligerent person, the belligerent person went, "Who are you?" And it's just like, not that I know this person or anything, but It was just like, you fucking serious? It just, I mean, it's literally written right there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dignify that with an answer.
Here's the thing. You know how. You know how.
Look at this. He's got the teddy bear in a grenade case. It's grenades in a little tiny teddy bear.
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly just a guy who's bragging on his own collection of weapons and military.
I would imagine so.
That's got to be it.
Even Gogo was not recruited. This is a guy in Russia. Even Gogo was not recruited by U.S. Calm down, Dixie. He is of Russian descent. He is self-admitted patriot of Russia. The Russian board is crawling with Russian intelligent FSB. And he is a potential source for them / recruit.
Okay, here's the thing. We're talking about a nation state. Russia is a very large, physically and politically nation state. No matter what information, it's not like this is a terrorist that we're going to stop a terrorist bombing or anything like that. Right? I mean, all of our intelligence agencies know that Russia is digging through our trash, trying to find anything they can find, right? I mean, none of this is a surprise. Even if this guy was doing any of this.
FSB is always looking at our stuff. That's kind of what we found out recently with the Russia meddled in our election. It turns out Russia actually didn't meddle any more than they always do.
Yeah,
They're always meddling in everything. They did not hack our voting or anything like that.
What's interesting is the Russian news sources had started spinning up the election is not hacked. What is it? Stacked. They were a week before the election. They were already spinning the only reason Hillary won is because the elections are rigged.
Right.
And so, I mean, I think it came as a complete shock to them and everybody else when old H-Dog didn't win.
Yeah. And that really was the point, was everyone thought Hillary was going to win, and when she didn't, it was just horrifying.
Yeah,
He's just so cute. He loves that teddy bear. I
wanted to get the
hand me down that teddy bear. I want to show my solidarity.
That's not your old teddy bear.
No, it's not. It's a new
teddy bear.
What? It's the Russian.
Proper Russian salute is actually 3 fingers. Oh wait, no, we don't know anything. We're part of the Russian misinformation.
How do I can't do that. 3 fingers? I can't do that.
Oh wait, is it Star Trek?
We are clearly part of Mother Russia plan to take over America states. Here in the heart of America capital, Washington, D.C., with evil Russian teddy bear. Hug for Mother Russia.
It's telling me something.
It is telling you secrets from Mother Russia. It has a transponder, is high frequency radio. Keep to ear, but not for very long. Will cause much cancer. It will cause much cancer. All right. Let's talk about some news real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and
There's no news.
Okay. So the Ku Klan rally in Charlottesville yesterday. Now I want to talk about. Let's talk about some potential headlines for that, because of course the headlines are all just the KKK was in Charlottesville. Now
I got news for you. They're often there, usually there.
Well, which one of them? Of the 3, which one's normally there?
No,
Jim Bob or Billy Joe or Joe Billy?
Yeah.
Is it because the anti-racists? This is what the real headline should be. The anti-racists outnumbered. I'm going to type this up. Outnumbered the quote unquote Klan 1,000 to 1, like 1,000 to 1. Like there was. Help me out with those numbers, like 3,000.
Yeah,
oh, okay. So it would. I think it would be 100 to 1, because it was 3,000 anti-racist people, and then 30 racist people. So that'd be 1,000. That'd be 100 to 1. Yeah.
100 to 1.
Yeah, 100 to 1 breakdown of anti-Klan versus Klan.
I work in Charlottesville area, and I don't know where the heck they all parked. Bloody well hate parking downtown anytime I have to go to Charlottesville.
Now, maybe they all like carpooled in the same Prius. Do you think they all?
You remember?
Do you think the Klan drives Priuses?
Do you remember that time when the serial killer, was there? Right after they got the video of the guy, and I had a client that was right by where the video was captured of that guy walking with the girl.
Oh.
And so I'm walking downtown, and I honestly, the news, I'm dressed up, for work, and man, news was like, we need this guy. And these guys chasing me down. Sir. I'm like, I really do not want my face on television being the voice of the guy going, yeah, I had a burger there one time 3 years ago. Like, I mean, what valid information can I offer you other than yes?
Oh, I just realized that I've been talking. Well, I've been typing while this. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I wonder how many times I was strobing out the screen.
That's cool.
There we go. That's cool. I do like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Hey. Oh, why are you on top of the screen? There we go. All speech is offensive. Follow us on Twitter and like us. Oh yeah. Follow Antisocial News. It's not just me. It's also been
Antisocial News.
It's also
I'm going all woodworking.
It's also been. I'm trying to get a new Viv might be we have a new potential contributor. I hope you like our Bijo Viv. And let's see here. Also, Ben's down in Georgia. He contributes on our Facebook, so he's getting a T-shirt. So let's talk about this here.
For the people who, I mean, when you look at the integration, what was it 1964?
Wait, give me a. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is the Klan side. Everybody believes that they have the moral high ground.
Against the Klan.
Well, no. I'm saying.
Oh, the Klan also thinks they have the moral.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. If you ever heard what they believe, it's friggin' bonkers.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Go bonkers. They believe that the Bible is written by and for white people, and I'm gonna put stickers on my headphones.
Okay.
Is that not?
I'm on board.
Okay. All right.
I just don't want to be late for a thing.
Yes. And we will be wrapping up shortly. But
late for a Klan meeting.
Yeah, we're going to the MST3 KKK. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the Watch Out for Snakes tour, and I'm kind of excited because the guy who plays Tom Servo couldn't make the tour, and their backup for that guy couldn't make the tour. But a guy who I followed on Twitter and Instagram and all that is now getting his shot at the big time playing Tom on the tour. So
that's cool. So yeah, we are going to go see MST3K tonight. We are both vehemently against racism and racial segregation and white supremacists. Now, ironically, though, the group of mentally handicapped racist people that were getting bullied by 3,000 educated people. That group of people are actually not white supremacists.
They're morons?
Well, they are that, but what they are also is white separatists, and their public statement is they do not believe that their race is better than anyone else's. Now, as I stated, though, they do get into some wackadoo stuff about religious beliefs, where they actually believe that the Bible was written about white people, and that Adam was a white person, and that
I could get that out of the text.
I don't know either. Like I said, they believe some wacky, crazy. Basically, listening to what the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan, what they actually believe.
Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo.
Yes, exactly. It's basically a racist version of the Loyal Order of the Moose. But they actually believe some wacky, crazy religious stuff, and they openly state that they do not believe in white supremacy. They believe in white separatism. They believe that every race should love each other, like those races. Black people should love black people. White people should love white people.
And we should point out that the whole concept, every one of those people should do 23andMe because they will probably learn a whole lot about
Yeah.
themselves.
Well, that's the thing.
Although I say that, and one person I recommended that to, and she was looking forward to it. I mean, she found out basically England is her entire genealogy.
And which is weird because she's black. 100%. She's super dark black, and people are like, England, really? 23andMe, you got to do it. Got to do it.
No,
Turns out she was just very tan.
Yeah, but it still has fascinating things. You learn who you're related to and all that. But I mean, that's the thing. Is race is such a nebulous thing. I mean, it is not a thing. There are more differences inside of Africa genetically. In other words, I mean, you have the pygmy and you have the Watusi, the super tall ones?
Maasai.
Maasai, thank you. Crazy tall. And that's just one continent. The genetic diversity is amazing.
Well, yeah, it's so cute. I'm gonna put these cute teddy bear pictures up behind us. Okay.
And honestly,
let's talk about
healthier humans.
We pointed out. I agree with that. As I pointed out, my
less chance for recessive genes, though.
Well, my dick loves race mixing. Well, clearly I'm Jewish, and did you know that Jews are behind all race mixing? I didn't know that until getting on Pol, and I learned that. I still don't understand. I think it's the underpants gnome logic of enforce race mixing. Step 2 ? Step 3 profit. And I don't know when I'm in synagogue, it never really comes up. So maybe I'm just not high enough level to where they explain this to us. Or maybe people who think that are just fucking retarded. So, which is another thing that the loyal white knights of the Ku Klux Klan believe, is that Jews are behind everything and that Israel is actually running the United States of America. So basically, this group that everyone thought was a white supremacist group was basically going, whoa.
This country that's the size of a fingernail.
Yes. Yeah.
On the globe, if it's the size of a building,
run everything.
They run everything.
Everything. And if you get a tingle in your balls when you see a very curvaceous African American woman, we did it. Right there behind me. See that flag? We did it.
So what about that Rihanna Shakira video?
That was us.
That was us.
Okay. That was us. We did it.
Wait, what's the song? I can't remember to forget you.
Did you watch it with the sound on?
It has a catchy little hook.
Okay, so that being the case, seeing that these guys were basically up there too. Everyone's going, no, you're racist, and they're losing their freaking minds over these people even trying to talk and say their crazy stuff, which I don't think really helps. I think freedom of speech is very important, even if the speech that people are saying is freaking crazy.
What I was going to say though is if you look, like, was it 1964 when they were integrating schools in the South, and you look, the crowd was thousands of people screaming at this tiny little black girl, and in the school, only one teacher would agree to teach the kid.
Oh wow!
And then, even though the school was integrated, the classroom wasn't.
Sheesh.
The kid had a solo teacher because nobody else would allow their kid to be in the school with them. So the cultural shift has happened.
Yeah.
I would say that the 1964 people were totally in the wrong yelling at this kid and not integrating. But the danger is people get the narrative in their head. Oh, if you are the maverick, if you're out on the edge, then you're in the right.
Yeah.
It's
well, that is one of the things. People who are contrarians feel that way, you know. Yeah. But this is the thing. This is one of the points that I wanted to really point out was we, as in we speaking on behalf of the people who are anti-racist, have won.
Yes.
The integrationists, we've won. The segregationists have lost.
Sorry,
the people who believe in integration have won. And to hear their chants yesterday, like the Black lives are under attack. What do? Stand up, fight back. I'm like, fight back against who? You're talking to 30 guys who have openly stated that they're going to do a peaceful protest. and you're saying you're going to fight back against them. You're 3,000 people against 30 guys. Like, you've won. You are the majority in this situation.
I mean, I do believe though that if somebody's going to show up and protest or have a silent thing, you are completely in your right.
But that's the thing. I love
to also have your group. And
what I agree with that too, but that is one of those things. You said silent protest, and I that's not what I saw. Not on either side. Of course, you had the crazy racist people. You had the crazy racist people.
I meant nonviolent.
Yeah,
non-destructive.
Well, that's the thing though. There were a few people. You had a few. There was one. There was a
downward dog.
There was a little black guy in the audience. He looked like an older black man, and he just had the coolest look on his face. He's just sort of looking like interesting. And that I felt like that dude was my hero. He was the most potent figure there. He's just sort of looking like these guys don't bother me at all, and that tears apart the whole narrative of being afraid of these guys. They want to be a boogeyman.
It's hard to be a boogeyman if there's 30 of you versus 1,000.
Well, no, but I mean, even that though, when somebody who wants to be a boogeyman looks out into the audience and they see like the little blonde girl with the megaphone going, they won. The 30 Klansmen won because that little blonde girl was losing her fucking mind, going hysterical. Why? Because these mentally handicapped people were expressing their freedom of speech, and that's when a mentally handicapped person is expressing their freedom of speech, you should consider the source and be like, oh, well, I'm going to combat that with logic and reason. And instead, they combated craziness with hysteria. So you got a guy going like, white people are space monsters and should be respected as such. And the response from educated people is, honestly, calm the fuck down. You are the smarter person in this situation. You know that white people aren't God space monsters from the Bible who should be respected by everyone and separated. Well, that's craziness.
You have the moral high ground.
Yeah, you have the moral high ground. You've also, this is another point, you are in the majority and you've won. So you've already won the situation. You are in the majority. You have the moral high ground and you're intelligent.
The whole reason it's in Charlottesville is because there is a statue of a Confederate general
that's being moved.
Right? Yeah. Well, actually, I think the last I heard is that nobody's got the money to move it. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, that part stunned me because there's a lot of old quasi-racist money in that area.
Yeah.
I can't imagine somebody doesn't have the coin
to
just toss down and go, yeah, I'll take that statue.
You being I guess I'll say a resident of Charlottesville. What's give me your headline?
So my headline would be: a bunch of people from outside the area took up all available parking on Saturday.
Okay.
Hell, people have to work in this town. If you people quit killing people in this town, going gaga over a piece of rock.
I would say that's very fair. I would say
sorry, this is somebody who has to drive on a schedule through your bloody towns.
I would say my headline is 3,000 educated people bullied 30 mentally handicapped cosplayers.
Wait, and here's the thing. Interestingly, I mean it is a stereotype, but you picked up on it without even us doing a demographic study. We know the education level of the one side versus the other. I mean, because the smarter you are, the less
likely you're going to be racist.
And so, I mean, you're saying these bunch of uneducated morons are protesting, and because hey, chances are that would be the there's no Rhodes Scholars doing this,
Yeah, it's a people who are not educated, and that's another thing too. I'd like to point this out as somebody who is a proud supporter of the veteran community. I gotta say, it's most of these people who are in these racist groups didn't serve 1 second in the United States military. They may have been a big fan, but if you're in the military or even a member of a military family, you got friends of different colors.
Yeah.
You work with people of different colors.
And you have to rely on those. I mean, you
Right.
have to learn to rely
Just I honestly, like, for me, I'm always thinking, when someone's like, oh, so and so's a Mormon, and I always think, well, I served with some Mormons, they're good guys, and it always hits me, like, I would never join the Mormon church, but I know a lot of Mormons. I like Mormons. Same thing with
ADHD moment here, though. The Mormons went from being they were the militant Muslims of their era. I mean, they you look at their history.
All right, that's we're so ADD.
I know, but what I'm saying is things shift in 100 years. In 100 years, it's going to be some new group. It's going to be the Scientologists. They're going to be like, those militant Scientologists keep blowing crap up.
That's a comforting thing. I would love for militant Islam to be looked at as the nice, friendly family group like the Mormons are. All right, let me give my real headline that I would like to see people say. I was just joking about the 3,000 educated people bully 30 mentally handicapped cosplayers. I do consider a dangerous anti-Semitic and racist rhetoric to be an issue. But I will say my real headline is anti-racists outnumbered the Klan 100 to 1 in Charlottesville, which I think is something everyone should take away and we should be proud of. All right, T-shirt time.
Yes.
T-shirt time. Okay. We are both wearing free T-shirts that were given to us. Tech is wearing.
If I follow your standard thing, what I'll do is borrow this and never return it.
Yes.
And then wear it the next time I see you.
This is the SLANTS, and the podcast has one rule on free speech. What is that one rule?
You actually have to be good.
No. Right here. Look at what I'm showing. What is that? It's a phone recording what?
Oh, hold your camera sideways.
Yeah, properly oriented video. So that's why the slants will always be in our hearts, because they do properly oriented video.
It is good music, honestly. By their album.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to put a link to their album in the description
albums.
here. Yes. Now this band I haven't really heard much from, but this is a shirt given to me. This shirt is very offensive. Trigger warning. The
name of the channel is Antisocial News. That serves as the trigger.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'd like to think so. But
honestly,
people get upset.
Yeah, words. All words are
offensive. All speech is offensive. Wait, let me. All speech is offensive.
Actually, change that. Instead of saying say trigger warning. All speech is offensive. We use words.
That's a good one. All right. So this is the band INFIDEL. This was given to me by Yusef Hashish, an internet personality who does a radio show called what does he call it? Middle Eastern Mayhem. Now this is his son's band. This is a very ironic shirt. I think it's ironic because knowing something about Islam, I can tell you that Islam is no fan of the Antichrist either. They actually believe in a lot of the same. So the shirt has Obama as the Antichrist holding a Quran, which is, like I said, ironic because.
But he's holding it like he's taking a selfie in a mirror.
Yes, yeah.
It's not like he's reading it.
So INFIDEL there, and they like to think of Obama as the Antichrist. The Antichrist holding a Quran.
Any message of the shirt aside, the fact that we pick up exactly what they're doing. I mean, it's decent art.
Yeah.
I mean, as a composition, it's easy to see.
So for free speech, you just have to do it well.
Yeah.
You have to get your speech out there well. No, but I would like to say I think it's ironic because they're calling him. It appears though that they're calling him the Antichrist because he's Muslim, which I think is ironic because I'm not going to get into the he's not Muslim thing. The Muslims themselves have a fear of the Antichrist. For them, it is called Messi ad-Dajjal. All right, that's it. Cheers. This has been our show. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and also
he'll steal your soul.
I will steal your soul, but
that
doesn't.
All your gold.
Do not Do not not subscribe just because I'm going to take your soul. All right. Also, mixed races. It's good. It's important.
It ends in better food.
It does. It does. No, well, that's cultural appropriation, which is also awesome.
Yes.
We will get into that. We'll get into that in another episode. All right. Much love to all y'all, and keep talking it out. You can subscribe by clicking the little antisocial news button in the corner, or if you're on your phone, just do it on your phone. You know how to use the internet. I don't need to tell you how to do it. All right. Bye. Say bye.
Bye bye. Sorry.